Yeah, bumps and rock.
Ooh yeah. Well, alright, we're jamming. I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming, and I.
Hello folks, welcome to Yardie's Kitchen, and today on Taste Buds we are making curry chicken burger. Yes, curry chicken burger. You want to start with some fresh ground chicken, and I have 2 packages here of fresh ground chicken, and to that I'm gonna add some vegetables. I'm gonna add some cilantro, and I'm also gonna add some celery and carrots. I'm gonna add some garlic, onion, shadow benny or culantro, and I also have some scallion and a little bit of thyme. That would be my fresh ingredients that I'm gonna add. I'm also gonna be seasoning up this pot with some curry powder, garlic powder. I'm using a little bit of turmeric. I'm adding some Romano Parmesan cheese, and that's unusual, but I'm adding it. I'm adding also some Amchar Masala. If you're Indian or if you're from Trinidad, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah man, and I also have my own little preparatory curry blend here that I may or may not add a little bit to. I'm adding some Old Bay for spice and flavor, and guys, I promise you this is gonna be good. First, you want to chop up your ingredients, and you want to chop them up super fine, because guess what? You don't want to bite any big piece of any one thing. So let's go ahead and chop up our ingredients. So I chop my garlic and my scallions, and now I'm chopping my shadow benny or culantro, and I'm chopping these super fine, guys. I'm chopping a small onion, and I'm using the entire onion. And this you want to add to your pot or your container, and I'm gonna be quickly stir frying these because I want to make sure that all of the excess moisture that is in them is burned off, okay, or burnt off. And then I'm gonna utilize this. You're gonna see how I do it. It's unique, but it is very, very, very necessary. So you want to add your celery, and you also want to add your carrots. All right, please don't come for me with my cutting skills. I am not a chef. Alright, sir. And once you have cut up all your vegetables, and mark you, these vegetables are optional. You want to add a little bit of thyme, yeah, or thyme to your chicken mince, and you want to add your fresh cilantro to your chicken mince, as well as your freshly chopped culantro. All right, and those are the only 2 fresh ingredients that I'm gonna add to the chicken, because I want them to remain as fresh as possible. I'm gonna also add a little bit of Amchar Masala to the chicken, and this is just to season up the ground chicken, because you don't want that rawness. You don't want to leave the chicken unseasoned. All right, I'm also adding some turmeric because I want the chicken to have a nice color. I want that curry color to shine through. You don't want to add curry directly to the chicken, because you want to make sure the curry is properly cooked before you add it. I'm adding my Romano Parmesan cheese, and guys, this is part of my binding agent. I'm just adding this to help with the binding of the chicken, make sure my patties, burger patties are awesome, and flavor wise it's good too. I'm also adding some garlic, and of course we love garlic around here in Yardie's Kitchen, so we're adding a ton of garlic. Now you want to add your curry powder to your pot with a little bit of oil, maybe about 2 tablespoons of oil, if that much. You want to add your curry, and guys, you want to put your oil on a medium to low, and just add your curry and allow this to burn off a little bit. All right, you're toasting your curry in the oil. I'm also gonna be adding some more stuff to this curry because I want to make sure I have optimal flavor. Yes, of course, you know, when you're making something like this, which is a little bit new, you want to make sure your flavors are strong. That's just the most important thing. I'm adding some ground cumin right now, and I love how cumin tastes and the flavor it gives. Full-bodied, you know, ingredients. I'm adding also some garam masala, and if you love Indian food, you will love garam masala. Very, very earthy, very good additive to any type of curry. All right, and just allow these things to toast up in your oil. And I'm adding a little bit of my proprietary blend, a seasoning which have a little bit of moringa powder and other stuff in it. All right, and you just toast this up real quick in the oil and make sure it don't burn. And guys, once you start smelling the house start to smell really nice, like you're in India, that's when you want to add your diced vegetables, all your minced vegetables you want to add. And you're gonna saute this just until it becomes a little bit wilted and the water content has, you know, dissolved out of the vegetables. You don't want it to burn, you don't want to super fry it, you just want to get out the little water, you know, moisture out of it. So you stir this and properly incorporate it in your curry. Make sure it's pretty and nice with the curry flavor and the curry vibes. Yep. And while this vegetable is toasting, let me now run over and start working on my buttered beans, because as I told you, this is curry chicken with butter bean. Yes, curry chicken and butter bean burger. Why it can't happen? It can happen. So you just want to get some butter bean from a can, wash and clean, and you know, wash your butter bean, and then you're gonna empty it out and just start to crush it a little bit with a fork or a spoon, and just make sure that it's crushed, because you can't have the burger with the whole beans in it. And the reason why I'm using the buttered beans is because, one, curry chicken and butter bean is a popular dish, but it also is a nice binding agent. All right, and so once you have crushed your butter bean, get back to your vegetable, and once your vegetable has reached to that stage where it's dry, nice and dry and toasty, you want to turn your stove off. And you're gonna allow this to cool, guys, to room temperature. Okay, now you're gonna assemble everything now. So you're gonna add your butter beans, your crushed buttered beans, to your curry to the chicken, the burger patty meal. Yeah, and then you're gonna add your sauteed vegetables. And this is the nice part now, guys. You are going to incorporate everything thoroughly, properly. Make sure that everything is incorporated. All right, you know me, I have to empty the pan. That's just how I do my thing. All right, so once you have done that, make sure everything is totally incorporated. It smells so good, trust me, smells so good. Now you want your mixture to be a little bit dense. You don't want it to be too light because it will break apart. And so based on how you feel it, and if it's not dense enough, you're gonna add a little bit of flour. And again, guys, you have to measure the flour based on your own recipe. I cannot tell you how much flour to use because you have to measure it to the degree of thickness or denseness that you want your burgers to be. I'm using just a cover for one of my containers to shape the burger, and I just put a little bit of cooking oil in the cover to grease it, and then you're just gonna basically add enough meat to shape your burger how you want it, and from there you're basically ready to put your burger down on some parchment paper or wax paper. And the reason why I put them down on the wax paper is because I'd like to cut the wax paper and store the burgers in the wax paper. All right, I'm gonna show you, but look at this. You just want your burgers to be shapely nice and shaped good, and that's what you want to do right here. Once it is nice and you have, you know, the size that you like, you pretty much just want to put them down on wax paper. I put a little bit of flour on the wax paper as well, just for ease, just to get them off because they're still a little bit moist, and then not moist but soft. And then you're gonna want to put them in your refrigerator after you have done all of that. All right, beautiful. This is beautiful. Look at these, guys. Look at these. Now you're gonna cut these into individual cut the wax paper around them so that you have individual burgers, and then you can stack them high if you want. You can put them in your refrigerator to freeze on the wax paper, and then guys, from there, see, this is what I mean. Nice. And from there now you can basically finish these up how you'd like. You can put them in a pot, a frying pan, you can bake them in the oven. I'm using my new wave oven to bake them, and I'm just gonna put on a burger for each person in the house, and make sure that we get some a nice little burger going. All right, so now they're gonna be in the new wave oven for about 20 minutes, and this is the end result here, guys. No oil, no nothing. It just stays there and cook nicely in the oven, a conventional oven rather. And then we're gonna prepare our burgers. So I'm just using a little bit of mayonnaise here. You can use whatever condiments you so choose, and I'm gonna just stack a nice burger for the finishing. Yeah, and guys, in here smells so good, so curry and nice. It smells delicious in here. All right, let me assemble my burger real quick. So I'm putting down my tomato, and I'm using one of the salad tomatoes, and then putting my burger patty on, and it's nice and big. The size is good. Then I'm adding avocados. Yes, I'm adding avocados. You can add what you like, make it your own burger, make it your way. I just gave you a template as to what to do and ideas as to how to do it. If you want to do it exactly the same, I'm gonna leave the ingredients in the description box. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and to comment on our videos. We thank you once again for joining us, and please guys, give us a thumbs up and support us in every way that you can. We appreciate it. It's been our pleasure to share with you our curry chicken and butter bean burger, and I promise you guys, if you do this one, you will not regret it. Once again, Yardie Belly saying, live and laugh, cook and eat. Enjoy the rest of your day. Remember to subscribe. Thank you.